no. Oh no. Oh no.
Good evening and welcome to the annual University of Salford presidential election debate, brought to you by Keys TV. I'm Mairead Cleary.
I'm Grace Maley.
And I'm Josh Kelly.
Tonight, 4 candidates who have different views in the future of our students' union are fighting for our votes in order to become your next president.
An array of candidates join us in the studio tonight, and over the next hour and a half, they will debate live, taking your questions. Now, tonight's agenda, we'll see our candidates tackle some of the most important issues to face us as University of Salford students on topics that really matter to us.
Questions have been kept under wraps until tonight, and the candidates don't know what will be asked. They'll receive questions from our studio audience, which have been randomly selected on a variety of topics affecting us all. Now let's crack on. Your 2019 University of Salford Students' Union presidential candidates are Evie Adams, Sabbatical Officer for Science and Technology.
Michelle Sadie, Masters in Public Relations and Digital Communications.
And Hattie Ruddock, BSc Human Resource Management and SU Trustee.
Welcome back to the University of Salford's presidential election debate. I'm Josh Kelly. So we're going to continue tonight with another audience question. So we're going to go to Catherine Tuggy. So what's your question?
How can you guarantee that you will fulfil the role of the SU president?
Here we go. So how will you guarantee that you will fulfil the role of the SU president, Hattie?
So I've already fulfilled some roles in the SU. I've been school rep. I have been disabled students officer.
We've got a question from Twitter here, and it's Alex Hughes, and he's asking, if there's no research and stats, as Hattie mentioned earlier, about unreported hate crime, how do we know that there is a large amount of it on campus?
Okay, so I'm in the ISOC, and the amount of people I've spoken to, it's just come up in conversation, it's a bit wild.
Should there be improvements to mental health services on campus, and what would you do to improve the services that are currently there?
To be honest, I was so impressed by the facilities and the resources that are available right now for mental health.
We shouldn't still be having this conversation.
So a second ago you mentioned about waiting times for students trying to access mental health services. So what would you do to try and cut down on these waiting times that students are facing?
It's money and it's bringing people in, but I'd get more staff.
Evie, it's been reported that a lot of students have struggled to get access to mental health services. So how would you plan on solving this?
I think communication. I think going back to induction lectures, obviously like refreshing what we're doing.
OK, so we're going to go to another Twitter question. Matt on Twitter has said that if a student doesn't study at the main campus and commutes to Media City, how are you going to allow them access to mental health services or improve their ability to access them? We've just touched on this. Michelle, would you like to say anything?
That's my kind of student, because that's me right there.
OK, so we're just going to touch on your manifestos for a second. Evie, your manifesto is almost entirely about the environment. So what other issues would you campaign on as SU president?
My other issues, apart from the environment and sustainability, is my housing support and advice rules. So coming from an experience of living in private halls as well.
OK. So Michelle, it's clear in your manifesto that you're a busy woman. How will you be able to manage your time with all these roles and being present? How will students know that you are there for them when you need them?
I think the reason why I have gone for president is because I've learnt so much from these roles.
OK. So Hattie, your manifesto, how is that going to communicate to the students that you're going to do a good job to them as the president?
So my manifesto is very based on the fact that not every student has a fair chance as other students on campus.
All right, thank you very much. This is the University of Salford presidential election debate. Use the hashtag SUPED2019. We'll be right back in a few minutes.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Please give a round of applause to our presidential candidates for 2019. They've done a fantastic job this evening, and that is all from us here at Keys TV, coming to you live from Media City, UK.
Thank you so much to our studio audience for joining us here tonight, and thank you for watching within the university and at home.
Voting is open until tomorrow at 4 p.m, so make sure to vote for your next president. Voting is also open for all other voluntary positions within the university.
That's all from us. We'll see you next year. Goodbye.
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 Now, well done.